Welcome back to Frequently Asked Fridays, here to answer your questions. So, let's see. What was that about stem cells and cord milking that you mentioned in part 2 of your webinar series? Great question. So, I talk about cord milking and resuscitation with the cord intact in that section. But specifically, cord milking and stem cells. So it has been shown that when you milk the cord, that the baby actually gets more stem cells. So milking a compromised baby's cord can really help the baby. So you would milk the cord anytime you had to cut the cord to work on the baby. If you had a compromised baby that had a thin white cord, you would milk that cord. Let's see, I have a little story a friend of mine had shared with me that the baby was born and was kind of floppy. She did some stimulation. It was in the mother's arms, and then she just decided to milk the cord, and she said it was like this baby got this bolus of blood, gave a little cry, and was breathing well. So give it a try. You wouldn't do it on a healthy baby. You wouldn't milk a normal, healthy cord. Only on a compromised baby, a baby that you needed to move to resuscitate, that you had to cut the cord, you would milk first. Okay, you had said something in class about MRSOPA and increasing pressure that you did not agree with. Can you elaborate? So, yes. So, MRSOPA, as you know, is the mask, the M, is to reapply the mask because you're going for a good seal. R is reposition the head because you have to have that airway open. You may need to use a shoulder roll. You may need to do chin lift. You may need to get a firm grip of that face, that head. You may have to do jaw thrust to really open that airway because flaccid babies are harder to keep their airway open. Let's see, MRS is suction. There may be something in the baby's mouth. Suction, open the mouth. Flaccid, toneless babies, their mouth often closes because they're so toneless. P, pressure increase. So here's the deal with pressure increase. People start squeezing the bag more when they don't see it going in. They think if they increase pressure, that will help. More than likely, it's because you don't have a good seal. That is just the most likely problem. So I'm not big on the pressure, increasing pressure, until you know you have a good seal. You don't want to be squeezing more to get a seal. If you're squeezing more, it's a pretty good chance that you don't have a good seal. Now, if you're ventilating and the baby looks like it's taking a big deep breath, you've got a good seal. Squeeze less. So that's my issue with pressure. That more than likely, it's because you don't have a good seal. So make sure you have a good seal. Push on the hard part, not the air part. Push on the hard part to get a good seal, and doing chin lift. One more question. What were the 4 things to remember about giving the baby some breath? I love this. Thank you for this question. So, number 1, ventilating for the baby. Giving those babies some breath is about clearing the fluid because, number 1, it's the most likely problem, is that they still have fluid in their lungs. And your job is to help clear that. So it's the most likely problem. If that's not the problem will still be there. You're not going to create another problem, and you're not hurting the baby. So try it. I swear. Try it. You'll like it. Okay. Until next time, send me your questions at info@KarenStrange.com, on my website, on the contact page. You can enter your question in. You can enter it on Facebook. Until next week, thank you. Bye.